Hello there, this is Rob again, and welcome back. I am starting this video right after a host migration, just so you're aware. So I ended up killing 3 people, host left, and then we have swapped hosts, so that's where we are. The main thing I wanted to go over in this video here is Marksman. I do have it on as my second kill perk for Specialist right now. I typically don't. Often I'll have Dead Silence, but when I was setting this class up, I wasn't high enough level to use that, and I don't think I still am. I think you need 57 or so to use it. So I have Marksman on here, and I was pretty surprised on how well it does what it does. If you haven't used it yet, basically what it will do is make names pop up above people when you're aiming down sights. Kind of like that. And you can see, I can see that guy's name there, but he's behind that car. And I'm failing pretty bad at shooting him. But you knew he was there. And without Marksman, there would be no idea I knew he was there. So it can definitely help out a lot as far as being aware of where enemies are. There's a lot of times where you're looking through a plant or something, or brush, and a name will pop up, and there's no way you would have seen that person otherwise except for that name. And you'll see that happen a couple times in this video with those planters. But the main thing is really just those red names popping up. Of course, if someone's just standing there not doing anything, not so helpful. Aside from Marksman, the other 2 perks I'm using on this Specialist setup is Extreme Conditioning and Sleight of Hand. Something else worth noting is that this is after the recent patch that just came out for PC, where they supposedly nerfed the FMGs and the Type 95. As far as the Type 95 goes, I didn't notice that guy's still there, by the way. Too much on that. It still definitely kills in one burst at decent ranges. I think all they did was kind of lower the hipfire accuracy. Considering I'm almost always aiming down sights with most of these guns, not really a big deal to me. As far as the FMGs go, I believe they reduce the range and maybe damage on that. I never used them, so I'm not sure. But I haven't seen as many people using them. I'm not sure if it's because they are worse, or they just heard they got nerfed, so they stopped using them. I'm going to assume I just got lucky in this game with not running into too many people using them. They also apparently fixed the glitch with the under barrel attachments changing the fire rate on some guns, and that was something I didn't even know about, so there you go. But I've also heard people saying that they didn't fix this issue, and that wouldn't really surprise me either. Well, they've also said they've removed the knife lunge, or changed it so many times, and that's definitely still there. And it's still broken too. Plenty of times you'll go to knife someone and it goes right at them, and they still don't die. But that's more of a lag issue as far as I'm concerned. Speaking of lag issues, they've also said they're making some changes as far as the lag compensation goes. There's been a whole lot of talk on that about how having a good computer and connection and whatnot will put you at a disadvantage because it makes artificial lag and tries to compensate for people who have worse. Not too sure about any of that. A lot of people say one way or the other. Some people say it doesn't exist at all, but it's in the patch notes, so there's something there. Not sure what it is. Something else I did fairly recently is I went ahead and, well, actually a while ago, I bought the domain BlindRob.com and just never really did anything with it. It just kind of sat there. So I went ahead and got some hosting and put up a site, which I'm still kind of pretty much working on. The basic layout's all there. I didn't design the bulk of it myself. It's designed by somebody else. But I have been kind of editing that layout around and, changing that around to my liking. So, I also, on there, have my music that I make. Not much of it, but I'll probably be uploading more, and as I make some more that I deem worthy of putting up, a lot of times when I'm making something, I'll just close it and never save it, and nobody knows about it. So, I've also got my PC setup and specs and whatnot up there, which I will, update as need be. There's a picture there too, if anyone was wondering. Because that is something I get asked quite often. People want to know what kind of setup I have here. So that's up there. If you want to check it out, do so. If not, don't. You know, up to you. So, another example of Marksman here. You'll see this guy's body blends in pretty much perfectly with all the crap under that umbrella and whatnot. And Marksman just makes that name show right up, and you know where he is. And I probably could have saved that guy, but oh well. So, if there was a toss-up between Marksman or Stalker, because you can only pick one of them as far as the normal setup goes without Specialist, I would still definitely pick Stalker. Being able to quickly peek around corners and whatnot while aiming down sights is, I think, invaluable. Marksman definitely is a close second choice, though. And I think on my Specialist setups, I'm definitely going to have that pop up there first for now on. On paper, it doesn't seem that useful, but once you're in game, you can kind of see where it definitely comes in handy. Changing gears here, one thing I definitely get accused of for hacking a lot is jump shots like that. I don't think a lot of people realize you can maintain pretty much perfect accuracy while you're aiming down sights and jumping or in midair, even with sniper rifles. But you certainly can, and it is pretty fun to do. And here I take a risky break to talk to some people, letting them know I'm pretty much out of MOAB now. And I definitely switch into caution mode, really. I'm kind of waiting around a little bit for people, seeing who might show up. And I end up getting pretty lucky at the top of these stairs with just a couple people that decide to run by, all in a big group here. So I just sort of take these guys out here, and there it is. And after I get it, I definitely jump the gun calling that in there, and just about die again, and then end up running right into a martyrdom. So, one more death, and that will pretty much wrap up the match, as this kills only 3 people, but still enough to end the game. And hack alert, says Sterngrad. So I just give him a no sir and politely disagree, and after that he says good game then. So that was something that sort of surprised and impressed me at the same time. You don't get a lot of people that'll actually agree with you when you tell them you're not hacking. Well, that'll wrap this up. If you guys have any ideas or anything you want me to try for next time, let me know. I will maybe give it a shot. Till then, see you guys later, and have a good one.